Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you all so very much for taking the time to join us for today's webinar on the Vulcan SC-350. The SC-350 is made specifically for cutting sheets of materials quickly and precisely for low and high volume jobs. My name is Josh and I will be your guide through this webinar, but I also have our US-based support team, product development specialist, and repair reps on hand to assist me in answering any questions about the Vulcan products that you may have after or during the presentation. We will be answering these questions publicly in the chat and answer a few questions in person at the end of the presentation, and we are happy to stay on and spend as much time answering questions as you need, so please ask as many questions as you like. And finally, a recording of this webinar will be sent out to you in our newsletter and posted to the US Cutter YouTube account for you to review at any time. Many of you may already be familiar with the Vulcan brand and know that it stands for quality in a production environment. The Vulcan logo really says it all. I mean, you've got precision and accuracy, and this is a founding cornerstone in their entire product line. That precision and accuracy is well known if you've already used the FC500 flatbed cutter or the larger FC700 flatbed cutter. But today we're going to add an additional element to that precision and accuracy, and that is speed. And we're going to do that by using the SC-350 sheet fed cutter. Today we're going to show you how the SC-350 can efficiently ramp up production and help make you more money at the same time. Let's start by showing you how fast this machine can cut. What you are now seeing on the screen is the SC-350 sheet cutter loading, scanning, and then cutting a tabloid size sheet with 20 individual labels on it in 15 seconds. More advanced jobs are just as fast. This example only took 45 seconds to scan and cut 42 individual labels with rounded edges. When it's time to peel, you can see how easy they come up, and they are all cut accurately across each sheet. Not only is the SC-350 fast, it can also help you increase efficiency and save on cost. The SC-350 is extremely simple to use and is reliable right out of the box. And here are a few ways that the SC-350 can help streamline your workflow. You can load the SC-350 with up to 300 sheets at a time, and starting it can be as easy as pressing a single button on the display. The SC-350 will read the QR code and confirm the job that's loaded inside the cutter, and then will immediately start cutting it automatically. You can also cut multiple jobs in the same instance. You will notice that each sheet coming through has a completely different set of artwork on it, and the cutter is actually cutting separate jobs without stopping. But what if you loaded something in upside down, or your operator has one of the sheets in backwards? Well, no worries, because the SC-350 will recognize that and attempt to fast eject the incorrect sheet. The sheet will fall onto the floor and not into the catch bin, allowing you to basically set it and forget it. Now, another great feature that customers really loved is the edge-to-edge cutting, or being able to contour cut outside the registration marks, allowing you to use the maximum amount of the sheet as possible. And we all know that when we have more labels or stickers on the page, that means more money in your pocket. And since we're talking about money, let's talk about how much money you can save with the SC-350. Earlier we mentioned the modular design, and modular design allows for cost savings and easy self-service with no need for a costly on-site service technician visit. And with the SC-350, you get more bang for your buck. Vulcan Engineering have been able to provide a very high quality performance at a surprisingly affordable cost. And one example of this is how the Vulcan engineers have designed the materials in the carriage to maximize heat dissipation. What this does is allow for the cutter to be used over long periods of time in a high production environment without the risk of anything overheating. Vulcan engineers have decades of experience designing cutters, and the SC-350 has been expertly engineered to help keep costs down. This is a high quality machine that is built extremely solid, so you won't have to worry about it getting knocked around or hit by anything. Just listen when I give this thing a knock, and you can hear how solid it is. It's made out of metal, and not only is the SC-350 tough, also smart and versatile. Let's talk about the different ways in which we can communicate with the SC-350. The first way is with a standard USB connection directly from the sheet cutter to your PC computer. The second is via a U-disc, which is a thumb drive, allowing you to operate the sheet cutter in a standalone mode. And if you have a larger shop, you can connect the SC-350 to your network by using an Ethernet cable. The SC-350 supports 3 main ways for you to do your design and cut line development. The SC-350 ships with a free copy of our Vinyl Master Cut software, but for shops that are already using Adobe products, we will also provide an Illustrator plugin for both Mac and PC users to use, but you will need to upgrade to the Vinyl Master DSR version to use this feature. Lastly, if you're running something in Python or any similar customized programming environments, we provide the specifications for you to generate and position the registration marks or QR codes. There are many ways that you can connect and use the SC-350, but there are so many more ways that you can create with the SC-350. Here are a few examples of real jobs that have been cut on the SC-350. These range from things like small stickers to cardstock and more. This means that you can accept almost any job from your customer that might otherwise go to your competitor. So let's talk about how you can increase your profitability. If you've ever had a rush job that you were worried about taking because you had a tight deadline, well, the SC-350 allows you to take that job with confidence and even charge a premium for the fact that it's a rush job. And you know we've talked about unattended operation before. Now you can spend that extra time adjusting your invoices to charge more for that rush job. Now, let's take a look at a business case. For this business case, we're going to be using an 11 by 17 inch tabloid sized low cost adhesive paper as our media, and it's going to cost about 30 cents a sheet. Next, we're going to add in our print cost, and this can include ink cost, printer cost, and labor cost. We are going to use the image on the left as an example. We can fit 40 of these stickers onto a sheet, and after ink, printer, and labor costs, this is going to be like something around 25 cents per sheet. This brings our total cost per sheet up to 55 cents. To print those 12 sheets, it will only cost us about $6.60. Now, the market price for a custom job with 482-inch house stickers across 12 sheets is around $60 before you include shipping. We are selling them for $60 each, leaving us with $53.40 of profit from each one of these jobs, and this allows you to easily pay for the SC-350. These cost estimates are based on us talking to customers already running the SC-350 out in the field. Double or triple them, and you're still going to have a great profit with your SC-350. Next, we're going to talk about the total cost of ownership with the SC-350. The machine comes with a full 2-year warranty, supported locally by US Cutter. It also comes with free telephone support for the entire lifetime of the machine. US Cutter also has a full inventory of all replacement parts, so you know we can get you any part that you need extremely fast. As we mentioned before, this machine is modularly designed for self-service in the field, and this eliminates the need for a costly on-site service technician visit. Typical consumable parts are going to be blades, and if you're doing a lot of perf cutting, you will be replacing the cutting strip more than often. Next, we're going to give you a couple examples of customers that are already using the SC-350 live in production environments. First up is our friend Greg the Candy Box Guy, and he has found his niche cutting stickers for real estate companies and many other things. He also helped us with creating the cost estimates and profit margins used in this webinar, so a big thank you to him. Up next, we're going to show some examples cut on reflective materials, and this is from our friends at Tudor Games. They create very small detailed stickers for their electronic football sets. This customer is confident enough to let the machine run unattended overnight while away from the shop, and the types of applications that the SC-350 can work for are vast. The question you might have is, will it work for your media? To address this concern, we are more than happy to test your materials and designs on the SC-350 before you spend any of your hard-earned money. Just reach out to any member of the sales team by email or by telephone, and they will be happy to set that up for you. SC-350 through our partners at ClickLease. If you're looking to make a purchase for your business or are the sole proprietor, you could get instant approval with QuickLease. Choose what payment terms will best fit your budget, and you can apply at US Cutter when checking out, and you will get a fast response. And finally, if you'd like to speak to our sales team about the SC-350 or have your media tested, you can reach them by phone at 425-481-3555, and you can email them directly at sales@uscutter.com. Now, let's get to answering any questions that may have come up in the chat. VinylMaster makes it easier than ever to create and cut designs. You can import any PNG, .bmp, .jpeg, AI, or PDF files directly into VinylMaster Cut by just dragging and dropping your artwork directly onto the design screen. After a quick resize, we're ready to add our cut lines. And adding a cut line around the contour of your image is extremely easy with VinylMaster. Just have everything you want to put the contour around selected, go up to the apple in the static toolbar, select the Create Cut Contour option, and that'll bring up the Create Cut Contour pop-up window. Here on the right side, you can adjust where the outline is, and the kiss cut or contour line will be shown by this blue line here. We can also change it into a perf cut here by selecting Perf Cut. Notice that the blue line becomes a green line, and that is how you can create a perf cut or a kiss cut here. Now we're just going to put our kiss cut around the edge of the shield, click accept, and another quick way to create a cut line, it can be done on the design screen here. For example, I'm just going to take a circle, make it a little bit bigger than our shield, move it up. Now over here on the right side, you can see we've got this little blade tool, and when we click it, we've got cut contour option. We can even make it a perf contour. And if we open up our objects, you can see that we have both of them right here. We've got our perf cut and then our kiss cut shown by the blue line. Now, with a quick Control-C, Control-V to copy and paste, and then we're going to lower it down to the center. Okay, now we're ready to add our registration marks and our QR code. So with everything selected again, go back up to the apple and select Contour Cut Wizard. Here on the right hand side, you can see that our preview has added the QR code as well as some registration marks. And we can actually print and cut everything in here as well. So here you can see we've got Print Direct. We can also change our select our printer when we have Print Direct selected. If you want to put it in a RIP software, you have the options to save it as a PDF or save it as an image. Or if you want more specific options for your printer, like say some of the options that Adobe enables, you can print it as a PDF, and that will open up your PDF viewer program, and then you can print directly from there. I will just have my printer here selected, and everything looks good. I'll just hit print, it'll print it out. Now I'm ready to load it into the machine and cut. But how do I load it in? Well, when you click cut, the vinyl spooler will appear, and it will have a little demonstration image down here showing you how you are to load the material into your cutter. You see that you want to put the QR code facing down first. That way it can scan it and then begin the cut. And as you can see, it scans and cuts with ease.
How does the AI extension work? Once installed, you can find the AI extension in the File drop-down menu. You'll then want to go to Scripts, and then Vulkan Add Marks. Here you want to select Sheet Cutter, and then you can choose to add QR codes or not. Click Add Marks. This will then create two new layers, the Mark layer and the Cut layer. From here, you want to drag and drop your cut lines into the cut layer. And here, when we toggle the sight, you can see that the cut lines are just left when we turn off the other layers. Now we want to go back up into the file drop down, the scripts, Vulkan, and then save cut data. Here we can choose the directory we want to save the cut data into. Once it's saved, we just want to go right into VinylMaster. import that cut data. Once we've loaded the cut data up, a little pop-up will appear where we can select our contours. You can mess around with the cut tools, change it to whatever you like. And once you click OK, it'll load up into the contour cutting wizard. And then from here, you just need to load the printed media into the SC-350 and then press cut to start the cutting process. We were asked if we could show an example of a kiss cut and a perf cut in the same job. Luckily, we've got plenty of footage of this already, and I'm going to include sound so you can hear what it sounds like, but you're just going to see it do kiss cuts around all of the individual stickers, and then at the end where we have the actual QR code for it to scan, I have it set to do a perf cut around that so that we can pop that QR code off, and then these stickers could actually hang up on a rack or something like that. And you're going to see that we have two examples here this is the same example from where we had multiple sheets going through the same QR code. But rather than show you all of them, we've got two of them going through, and then at the end you can see me popping things out. Here you can see how easy the stickers will peel up that have been kiss cut. And then here you can see where I can just pop out the perf cut. We'll give another example of it here. Another question that we were asked was, how do you replace the cutting strip? Well, we went and made a video of how to do that. It only requires something to pull the cutting strip up, a flathead screwdriver to help release the cutting strip from the machine, a little bit of alcohol so that you can get rid of the excess adhesive left over by the cutting strip. And then, of course, you need a replacement cutting strip. And the cutting strips that we sell come with adhesive already applied on them. So there's not much to it. We're just going to let this video play out and you can see exactly how to replace your cutting strip.
Well, that covers everything related to changing out the cutting strip. Remember, if you have any further questions, you can reach our sales team at 425-481-3555 or email them at sales@uscutter.com. Don't forget, you can also send in any media that you're not sure about to have us test it, and you can also do that by reaching out to the sales team at the same number. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day.